Hi friends, how are you today? I hope you're having a great week. Today I'm going to read a book to you. The book is called Swirl by Swirl. After I read the book, then I'm going to give you directions on your assignment. All right, so let's get started. Okay friends, this is the book we're going to read today. Swirl by Swirl, Spirals in Nature by Joyce Sidman and pictures by Beth Cromes. There's that big swirl. Here we go. A spiral is a snuggling shape. It fits neatly in small places. Coiled tight, warm and safe, it waits for a chance to expand. A spiral is a growing shape. It starts small and gets bigger, swirl by swirl. It unwraps itself, one soft curl at a time. A spiral is a strong shape. Its outer curves protect what's inside. It knows how to defend itself. A spiral reaches out too, exploring the world. It winds around and around and clings tight, grasping what it needs. It never has trouble holding on. A spiral is a clever shape. It is graceful and strong. It is bold. And beautiful. A spiral moves. It swirls through the water, gathering bubbles. It twists through the air with clouds on its tail. It stretches starry arms through space, spinning and sparkling, forever expanding. Or it curls up, neat and small, warm and safe. A spiral is a snuggling shape. And the end of the book has a little review in it, and it shows all the different spiral creatures that we just looked at. Okay. The end. I hope you liked that book as much as I did. I thought you might like to see some of my favorite types of spirals, seashells. These come from the beach, and as you can see, they have spirals, and if you can look closely, you might be able to see the spiral that's formed right there on the edge. And if you look on the inside, they spiral on the inside. This one has a spiral that you can see right there around the outside. That's pretty awesome. Okay, this is one of my favorite ones. It's very shiny. Can you see the spiral design on that? There it is. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Okay, this one I like because it has a very rough texture, and the inside looks like a pearl, but it's also a spiral. There it is. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? All right, now then, I like other kinds of spirals too. Some spirals are big. Some spirals are tiny. And some are just in between. All right, friends, this is what I want you to do today. You are going to get to draw your own spiral picture. So I'm going to move these aside and get my paper out. If you have plain white paper, that is fantastic. If you have some copy paper or just some plain paper, that's great. If you have notebook paper and that's what you have, that will work just as well. All right, so get some paper and then get something to draw with. I'm going to use a marker because I think it'll show up and you'll be able to see what I'm doing better. But if you have a pencil or crayons or markers or color pencils, whatever you have, that's what you can use. All right, so we remember that a spiral goes around and around. It's almost like the line wants to get itself dizzy. You know, if you ever spin in circles, you get dizzy. So we're going to draw that spiral. You can draw as many spirals as you would like to. You can fill up the whole page with spirals if you feel like that's what you want to do, because you are the artist. So you get to do this, you know, the way you would want to do it. So here I go. You just start in the middle and you just keep going. So there's a pretty big spiral. I like that. I'm going to turn my page a different direction and I'm going to draw another spiral. Okay, it's even going to go right off the edge. I'm going to draw a teeny tiny spiral. Look at that little guy. And maybe one over here. If you want to, you can draw your spirals so close together that maybe they even bump into each other. If that happens, you just stop. Figure out where it would come out and then continue. Now we have some spirals that are overlapped. Oh, it even bumped into that one too. That's pretty funny. All right, so I'm going to make this one keep going. Oh no, it bumped into that one. These guys are all over the place. All right, I'm going to stop there. Well, maybe I'll draw one more right here. Just because I like to draw these things. They're fun. Now, after you draw your spirals, whether it's one spiral or many, see if you can find some crayons. If you have crayons, you can use those. If you have markers, you could use markers or color pencils. It does not matter. And then I would like for you to color your spiral picture. If you wanted to turn your spirals into animals or creatures, you can do that. If you want your design to be more abstract and not really a picture of anything you recognize, then you can do that as well. I'm going to use these crayons right here. And these crayons are kind of old. Do you see that? Yeah, it's a broke crayon. But guess what? A broke crayon works just as well as a brand new one. So this crayon has had a lot of practice coloring. So I'd like for you to start coloring your spiral picture. If you have some old broke crayons, you can actually take the wrapper off. Okay, this one doesn't have a wrapper, and you can actually turn your crayon sideways and you can color that way. So crayons with no packaging or wrapping on them can be used as well. Okay. When you color, did you know that you can blend your colors together? Okay, so just be as creative as you can. Use your imagination as much as you can. Keep adding details to your pictures, to your artwork, until you feel like it looks finished. So for artwork to be finished, you would probably need to make sure that you use all of the space on your page, and that when you color, you have colored just almost everything. There should not be much white space left. So when we looked at this book, Remember this page? Yes, the artist filled the page with spirals. And then when they colored the picture, they didn't leave much space white, did they? They colored everything, okay? So make sure that your artwork goes all the way to the edges of your paper. When you're finished with your artwork, you can take a picture of it and upload it, or an easier way might be to video a picture of your artwork to me. So on the submissions, just use the video and just sit in front of your computer, just like I'm doing, and just hold your artwork up to the camera and hit the record button. You can also talk to me and tell me about your picture when you do that as well, okay? So make sure that you get this assignment turned in to me. Have fun with it, and I will see you next time. Bye, friends.